Hey there, Kat here, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A of questions that you guys have been asking me, so let's go. Oh, and on a side note, if I sound more hideous than normal, I'm getting over a cold, and that was like a week ago, but I'm really trying to milk it, so. The first question I have is, why did you start your YouTube channel? And I've always been a super creative person. My favorite classes in school was always like art or writing, and I just, I love to draw pictures, I love to write stories, so it was right up my alley as far as that sort of stuff went, but I never knew what to make a YouTube channel on. And then I stumbled upon Dennis Storm one time. I didn't even know channels for Star Stable existed before then, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I liked his content a lot. I liked that he just was very relatable and down to earth. And I was like, that might be something I could do, And so I did. It's also a fun way, to meet other people, not necessarily meet them, but I don't know. It's just a nice way to get in the community. The next question is, why did you start playing SSO? I've always really loved horses. I had horses when I was a kid growing up. I had a pony, a couple ponies, and I've always been obsessed with horse games. When I was a kid, there wasn't really much horse games. There was I think when I was 12, I found out about, or maybe it came out around the time I was 12, it was like a Barbie horse video game, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, and I'd beg my little brother to play it, and he would, out of the kindness of his own heart, but he was so not into it. He loved playing Tony Hawk, skateboarding games or dirt bike riding games, that sort of stuff, but he would, out of the kindness of his heart, play that with me. And then, so I always played whatever horse games I could find. And then one time, almost 10 years ago, I was just really bored, and so I typed in free horse games, and I stumbled upon Star Stable. And then it was still pretty brand new. The graphics were terrible, but it was the first ever game I've ever come across horse game wise that was like that, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And I was just hooked as soon as I started. I started with the free trial, and I think I finished the free trial that day, leveled up all the way, and I was like, this is awesome. The graphics aren't great, they're very cartoony, and they were very chunky, the horses looked crazy and all that, but it was the idea, the main point was you got horses, you can ride horses. It was it's World of Warcraft almost, but with horses. And the part that I really liked was it was just this open world concept where you could have whatever horses you want and just ride around and race other people. And it was just it's the type of game I've always wanted, horse game, for my entire life, and it was finally here. It finally existed, so I just thought that was so awesome. I've been hooked ever since. Sometimes I'll go months without playing, but then here I am again. The next question is, which horse is your favorite horse that you don't own? I think I would go with the Belgian Warmblood. I think they're really cute. I think it would be really perfect looking if you want to do sort of dress up for dressage or something a little bit fancier, have that look, I think it goes really good with that. I just think they have really cute faces and a really cute little build. I don't know, I just think they're adorable. The next question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? I am definitely an introvert. If you talk to me in real life, I'm just really shy and awkward at first. It takes a good 3 or 4 times of hanging out with me before I really start to relax and be myself, because then I'm just those memes where it's when somebody tells you their name but you're not listening because you're too busy paying attention to the appropriate amount of eye contact. That's just me. I just constantly wheels spinning, overthinking, am I being awkward, am I being weird, to the point where I am being awkward and weird. Do you know what I mean? And just social anxiety and weirdness aside, I just even when I am comfortable with you, I'm constantly thinking am I saying things the right way? Am I coming across, am I making this person feel better about themselves? Are they having a good time with me? And so I definitely get more energized when I'm by myself, because then I can just relax and not overthink about how other people are feeling around me, or are they hungry? Should I offer them snacks? Are they thirsty? Should I offer them something to drink? And it just gives me time to think about myself and what my needs are and what sort of things I need to be getting done for the day, or just just really unwind and relax. So I'm definitely an introvert, because your batteries recharge when you're alone versus recharge when you're hanging out with people. But I definitely, I love being around people, but it definitely drains the social battery, or whatever sort of battery they're referring to there. And like I said, I am a really creative person, and you when you're around people, you don't really have that headspace or time or quiet to think up creative projects or creative things. So when I'm by myself, that's when I come up with video ideas or story ideas for writing and just things like that, and any sort of creative projects. So I just like that alone time, of course. The next question is, which magical horses that you own is your favorite? I don't own very many magical horses. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what magical horses I do own. It might just be the dragon horse. Oh no, I have the unicorn too. Oh, definitely the unicorn. It's so gorgeous. And I know some people are like, oh, what am I, 5 years old? But I like it. I think it's so pretty, and it's like when the original unicorns they came out with the funky colors and horns, it's like, this isn't a unicorn. Give me the original white unicorn that you instantly picture in your head when somebody says unicorn. I was so disappointed, but now we finally have that unicorn and I'm obsessed with it. Next question is, what is your favorite color? That would be baby blue. I just think it's so pretty. Next question is, what was your favorite update when you first started SSO? When I first started SSO, like I said, the graphics were really bad. So I guess, I can't really, it was almost a decade ago that I first started playing, so I can't really remember the specific updates, but just as far as starting to make the horses look more realistic, I was like, yes, this is awesome. I just love that. Next question is hobbies. I don't have a lot of time for hobbies right now because I have a 13-month-old, so I'm pretty busy taking care of him and hanging out with him during the day. But I guess my only hobby right now would be making YouTube videos. But when I had more time, my other hobbies would be I read like crazy. I would read like 4 books a day. Well, not full books, but I'd read like a chapter out of 4 different books a day. And I'd like write for hours on end, and I would work out a lot. My brother is a personal trainer, and so he had me on this really nice workout program. So I would do like strength training and cardio and like yoga, one of those every single day. So I guess that would kind of be considered a hobby, and I really enjoyed that because I have pretty bad anxiety. Just day to day, I have pretty bad anxiety, and so that really helped calm it and just helped me think clearer and be more level throughout the day. And it's just a good outlet, makes you happier, makes you healthier. I really liked how strong it made me because I was like bench pressing, I was squatting with weights with a bar. It was intense. And then everything outside of the workout, everything I did physically was so freaking easy because I was doing all these weights and stuff. So then doing dishes, cooking, moving pots and pans around, it was like feathers, it was cool. So I really enjoyed doing that. I really love writing. I would write like crazy. I used to write like 6 to 8 hours a day if I had the time, like just da 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 da. That's me typing on the keyboard. So I love doing that. I used to train my dogs a lot, so I would teach them tricks. I would teach them place, which is, you direct them to like the dog bed or the couch or like the porch, and you say place, and then they stay there until you release them with a command. So our release command would be yes. And then I taught them down to lay down, heel, focus, which is look at me and focus so I can tell you, what you need to do. Leave it. So I have a really little yappy dog, so leave it means, obviously leave it alone. Or like if you drop a piece of food on the floor and you don't want them to eat it because it could make them sick or whatever, tell them leave it and they'll leave it alone. I taught them back to walk backwards. That was a really cool one. Sit, obviously sit. Drop it. So if you have something in your mouth, you drop it out of your mouth. We'd Easter egg hunt with them. So all sorts of fun things like that. And I thought that was a ton of fun. Oh, and also another one was let's go. So when we're outside and I say let's go, race inside. You get a treat, so it makes it really easy to bring them back inside. So I really enjoyed that, and my dog really loves that because it's like she just gets super excited because she's super food motivated, and when we're doing these training sessions, I give lots of tiny little treats so we can give several throughout, and she loves that. And she loves that we're like actively engaging with each other and communicating. It's not like a dictatorship sort of thing. It's not like a dominant sort of thing. It's a bonding sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it to be like, oh, I'm the master in charge. I'm the commander. It's more of a like, it's just a fun thing. She loves it. And I'm hoping to start doing that with her more often again because it's been on the back burner. Oh, another hobby is I really enjoy cooking. Like I like making chicken marsala, chicken Cajun pasta. There's like this nice veggie salad I haven't made in forever. It's like an autumn veggie salad or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's really good. It's like roasted carrots, zucchini, summer squash. The next question is, who inspired you to make a YouTube channel? And that would be Dennis Wisestorm, because I didn't even know that there were Star Stable YouTube channels before I stumbled upon him. And then YouTube recommended it to me one day, and I started watching, and I was like, oh wow, he's awesome. You know, he's super laid back, he's super relatable, he doesn't talk down to you, and I just really enjoyed watching his videos. And I always wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I just never knew what to make one about. And then I was like, oh, well, I play Star Stable, you know, and these are interesting and fun, so maybe I could do something like that. The next question is, what made you choose your username in SSO? So it's Katarina Bunnylord, and the first part, Katarina, came from the movie Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. And at one point in the movie, Kurt Russell is telling Goldie Hawn about this story of this man and woman. The man's name Arturo and the woman's name's Katarina, and it's like a romance story he's telling her. But anyways, I just thought the name Katarina was so cool, and so I was like, when I made my account, I picked the name Katarina, and I'm pretty sure Bunnylord, I don't remember because it was so long ago, but I'm pretty sure I was just random, doing the random name generator for the last name, and it came up with that. And I don't know, I just thought that was funny, like the Lord of the Bunnies, I don't know, so I picked that one. The next question is, what color hair do you have? I have like auburn hair, reddish brownish hair. The next one is, which server and region are you in SSO? I'm on Raspberry Valley. I don't know if that's I'm not sure what the region, but I just know that's the server is Raspberry Valley. The next question is my age. I am 32. The next question is, favorite game of all time and why? Right now, it changes all the time, but right now my favorite game is Stardew Valley. If you haven't heard of that, which you probably have, it's this game where you inherit this farm from your grandpa, I believe, and you gotta clean it all up. There's logs and rocks everywhere. You gotta get them out of the way. You start growing crops. You can forage food and sell it. You can get ducks, chickens, sheep, pigs, all sorts of different animals, and you just, bring this farm back to life and make money, and you can interact with all these townsfolk, and you can even get married to one of them. There's a bunch of different ones you can choose, and they have different festivals throughout the year. You can go fishing, you can go mining. I just love that game. When I was a kid, I used to play this game called Harvest Moon on Nintendo 64, which is a lot like that, except this is the, Harvest Moon 2.0, if you will. It's way more things to do in it now, and I don't think it's made by the same person, but it's pretty much the same thing. But I just love the open world sandbox sort of games. Have always been my favorite, where you can just be super leisurely. You're not rushed to do things. Not every level there's bad guys where you're trying to survive and race through. I just like that really relaxing, creative, do whatever you want sort of game, and all sorts of different options lead to all sorts of different consequences sort of thing. I just really have always enjoyed that. And I also love that in Stardew Valley it can be multiplayer. I don't know how many players, but I know I have a game with my husband and I that before my son was born, we used to play all the time and build up our farm, and I just thought that was super cool. The next question is, will you do a stable tour of your horses? I definitely can. I did one before, but it's probably privatized on my channel. I have uploaded, I think it's 186 videos on my channel, but I think only 22 are actually public right now, because it's just taken me a really long time to get comfortable recording. Like I said, I have really bad anxiety, and so that just would make me super cringy, and I had a lot of dead space, so getting to this point of editing well and being comfortable talking on the camera, there was just a lot. I was like, oh, I don't like these. I don't want people to watch these videos. But yes, I can definitely make another one, and I have more horses now, and hopefully it will be a better video now. So long story short, yes, I can definitely do that. The next question is, what's my favorite sport? I'm not really a sportsy person. Like I said, I used to weightlift before I got pregnant. I haven't really had the time to since, but I definitely hope to get back into that. But I don't know if that counts as a sport. As far as sports, I've never, been in a baseball team or anything like that. But whenever you do, you go to a friend's barbecue or something, they always have the badminton set up. I love playing badminton. Don't even get me started on badminton. I will annihilate you. I love badminton. It's so fun. So I don't know if that's really, it has to be considered a sport, right? Are you asking my favorite sport I like to play or favorite sport I like to watch? Because I don't watch any sports, but that's really the only sportiest thing I do, I guess, is badminton. The next question is, what was the first game you got into? I don't remember the time when I didn't play video games. We've always had video game consoles growing up, but I really got into two at the same time where I was like, you know, just playing them like crazy, and that would be when I got a PlayStation. I got Spyro the Dragon, and this is a PlayStation one. Well, the original PlayStation, I mean. I got Spyro the Dragon, and I got Crash Bandicoot, and I would just play those like crazy. Anytime I was allowed to play, just play, and I just thought those were both fun. I played some newer Spyro the Dragon since, but they're just not the same, because the old ones you used to be able to go all over the map and find all these different hidden places and stuff, and you'd have to like have more skill to fight bad guys and stuff. And now I've tried playing a newer one, and you get in a fight with a bad guy and it just tells you hit A multiple times, and it's like, okay, but like that's anybody can just hit A multiple times. I want to actually have a little bit of skill in this, you know what I mean? So they're just not the same now. You got to go back to the original ones. And Crash Bandicoot was a lot of fun too, but same thing, they're just not made the same anymore. The next question is, which holiday update do you like more, the Winter Festival or the Halloween event? I would definitely go with the Winter Festival, because my favorite holiday of all time is Christmas, and it's just so beautiful. I love the snow. I love the looks of Christmas decorations. So definitely the Winter Festival. Alright, well that's all the questions I have to answer now. Thanks so much you guys for sending those in. I hope you enjoyed my answers in this video. Thanks so much for sticking around, and until next time, bye. Oh my god, I'm like dying.